الفعل can be الثلاثي or الرباعي. ثلاثي and الرباعي. الثلاثي is 3 letters, triliteral, and الرباعي is quadriliteral or something like that. But this means the fi'l can have 3 original letters or 4 original letters. 3 or 4. An example of this would be سمع. سمع means he heard. An example of al-rubai would be دحرج. دحرج means he rolled. Okay, so here this is a fi'l, this is a verb, shows an action, and it has 3 original letters and no more. Here this is a fi'l which has 4 original letters. Dal, ha, ra, jim. And by the way, the pronoun it doesn't exist in Arabic. So things are either feminine or masculine in Arabic. Even if it's inanimate things, they refer to them as huwa or hiya. And you will learn the rules later. But
repeat the moment I was using it.
okay.
Just try it.
The fi'l or the verb or a word in Arabic that shows action can have 3 original letters or 4 original letters. Now from this, you can derive something which will have many more letters, but the original letters will still be 3. So that will be a subcategory of this. For example, from sami'a, you might derive istima'. Istima' has many more letters. It has a ta in it, alif at the beginning, istima', and then sin and mim ayn. The root is still there. So that is still part of this. That is still a subcategory of this.
But all fi'l can be kept in general, can be either 3 or 4.
The original root letters can be either 3 or 4. And the things that you derive from it can have more letters, can have up to 7 letters perhaps. So sami'a and dahraja are 2 examples. Okay, once we have this, any questions so far? If you're not sure about anything, make sure you ask before we move on. So these are the root words, the original root. As we said in Arabic, we always know it. This is how we know that these are the original letters that are part of the word. So we will now start with al-fi'l al-thulathi, or the triliteral, or the fi'l that has only 3 letters, and that's the majority of verbs in Arabic are of that form, that kind, which has only 3 original letters. Most of the verbs in Arabic are like that. For example, I give you one sami'a, another could be nasara, he helped. Another could be alima, he knew. Okay. Jalasa, he sat, so on. Okay. So when they give you a sample of fi'l, a verb in Arabic, they give it to you in the form of 3rd person singular. So when someone talks about, give me an example of past tense of a word which means to help, they will give you nasara, even though there are other forms also, right? Nasara, he helped. They could give you she helped, or they helped, or I helped, and so on. But the standard is to always use the third person singular as a sample. Okay. If someone tell you from the masdar or from the root of nun sadra, which means to help, give me the past tense, they will give you nasara, he helped. Because that's the most simplest form. The third person singular is the simplest, and then if you want to have second person or first person, then you add things to it. So you add things to the third person to refer to others. For example, nasara means he helped. If you want to say she helped, you have to add a ta to it, like this. Nasarat, she helped. Okay? And you will learn this inshallah. And if you want to say I helped, you say nasartu, and so on. So there's a reason behind why they use a third person singular, feminine, masculine, like nasara and sami'a and so on, because it's in the purest and most simple form.
How does this couple with ana, huwa, hiya, all those things?
It's very closely related to that, and we will discuss that shortly, inshallah. Okay, so now a fi'l, or a verb that has 3 root letters. As we said, that's the most common verb in Arabic. It can have the following form. Of course, you weigh it against fa, ayn, and lam, right? All the time. So fa, ayn, and lam. The fa in the past tense that we're talking about right now. So the first thing we discussed is the past, which is called al-madi. Al-madi means the past. So the fa will always have a fatha, and the lam will always have a fatha. No exception. Any Arabic word that has 3 original letters and its past tense of third person singular will always have the root word. It will not have anything more or less. Okay, so if you are looking for the root word of given a meaning, or given a number of letters, you can also find the root word and the third person singular past. Okay, it will always have your root word. It will not have anything more or anything less. Because look, nasr or an-nasr, which means help, right? This, you may or may not know that nun sadra is the original. But in nasara, which is taken from this, in nasara, you know exactly the root word is nun, sad, and ra, because this happens to be the past singular third person. Singular third person,